Obviously an incredible battle both ways, unbelievable effort by our guys to kind of keep fighting, making plays, making, the stops we needed down the stretch. There was even times where we had, we gave up 2 offensive rebounds in a row and we're able to kind of get stops and, just really proud of the guys and how they fought and how they stayed together.
Andy, what do you think has kept this team together through the losing streak?
I think the guys in that locker room have good character. John Williams is a great leader. Guys want to win. Dante Treacy's a competitor. Some of our young guys, they don't know it yet, but they have some toughness inside of them that we're trying to get out. Enoch obviously had a big game today. Traden did a great job defensively, in that second half on Rashad Williams, who had made, some really tough shots in that first half. And, guys are fighting. Guys are working. Guys are doing what they can, and it's a tribute to them and their character, the way that they were able to work today and the way they were able to compete.
Coach, you guys had 6 guys in double digits today. What does that say for the balance of your team?
Well, I think against the defense that we saw from Oakland, the zone that they were playing, I think you have to be able to move the ball. You have to have multiple guys make simple plays. And, we did that today, 21 assists. The ball moved, guys attacked. John, Dante woke up, had some big plays late in that game. The 3 to tie it in regulation and the steal, obviously the big 3 in overtime. And those are the things that we just got to keep reminding them of. And, moving that basketball, everybody touching it, everybody getting opportunities. Charles Bain, obviously, with some huge threes. He really stepped up for us in that second half. And it was great to see him make some shots because it helps us when he makes some.
What about Khalil Spear, the way he stepped up, playing in a lot of minutes that Brahma would have been playing?
Yeah, he played great. He did that before when we were down a forward. And that's the stuff that he's capable of. The consistency piece is what we're continuing to talk to him about. But, obviously that last rebound he had, the tip-in that he had to, kind of make it a 6-point game there, those plays were huge. And, I still think he had some opportunities to finish some other stuff around the rim that, I think he can continue to grow and develop even from what he did tonight, which was pretty incredible.
Well, Coach, we got to ask you, obviously when a guy like Brahma isn't out there, we hear the reports that he entered the portal. AJ Brahma, what happened with that or anything you got on that?
I'd rather talk about the guys that are on the court tonight. We're going to focus on the guys that are want to be a part of this program and the guys that want to continue to fight and work. It obviously hasn't been easy. There's been a lot of tough losses. There's been a lot of tough days that we've had to go through. But we're going to focus on the guys that want to be a part of this, want to help build it back, want to help compete in the Horizon League, and that's where our focus is.
Andy, what's the biggest difference between the athlete in the Horizon League and the athlete in NEC?
Well, it's obviously there's a size factor. Not only in the front court but also in the back court. You see guys like Micah Parrish, who's a 6'6" freshman, who's really long and rangy and can affect disrupt your offense at the top of that zone and as well as rebound the basketball. So that's a big part of it. Guys with some more size, some more strength. Some more physicality, and that's something that we've got to adjust to, something we got to recruit to, because we've seen it, pretty much across the board in all the Horizon League games we've played so far.
Andy, speaking to it from a defensive side, just what did you see or what did the guys see defensively that they were able to adjust to what Oakland was offering? Because it seemed like defense was what led into the offense tonight.
Yeah, I still think that there's some more stuff that we can do on the defensive side. I've been, a little disappointed in our commitment to defense, but I thought in the second half and in overtime, I thought we really battled defensively. Positioning is obviously a huge part of defense. Awareness is a huge part of defense, but the fight is really what is the special sauce. And I thought we had some guys really stand up. We went with a small lineup for, a lot of the end of regulation and overtimes. And those guys fought. John Williams fighting, guarding Trey Townsend, Traden, Dante, Cam Ferris when he was in there, Enoch when he was in there, guys battling, doing all the little things that it takes to be able to be successful. And, hopefully guys learned a lot today by the way that they were able to battle.
Andy, you don't seem too concerned about losing your leading scorer. Do you think that maybe you sense this coming tonight that you guys were going to play hard despite the problems?
You know, our job is as coaches is to control what we can control, right? And so we've got to be able to, you know, coach the guys that are here to work. You know, when you have, like I said, leadership like John Williams, he's unfazed by anything. There could be anything that happens in an arena or in a game that John has already seen or been a part of or wouldn't even blink at, right? And he had that stoic nature even when he was in high school. And, you know, he just told everyone to go out and play. Go out and play. Do what we do, execute what we execute, follow our offensive and defensive formula. And those guys battled, and they followed his lead. Obviously, he's got some guys that are willing to fight along with him. And if you have that, that's what you want as a coach. And then your job as a coach is to help, you know, give them some direction, help give them, you know, some suggestions, help give them some adjustments. But those are the guys that carried the load tonight. Those are the guys that made the plays. Those are the guys that really stood up for the program, and that's what it's about.
Coach, in traditional times, there's an old saying that you get 24 hours to celebrate a win, but you guys are playing in less than 24 hours. So how long do you actually get to celebrate breaking this losing streak?
You know, we obviously it was an excited locker room. It's been a couple weeks since we've, you know, shared, you know, a victory together, but you know, we'll get back up to the office and we'll start looking at some adjustments and figuring out what we need to do tomorrow, because obviously we know the talent that Oakland has. We know the fight that it's going to be tomorrow, and we got to be ready to battle again.
Andy, you've won conference titles. You've won many big games. Given the lack of giving up, the resolve that your guys have, where does this one rank in terms of meaningfulness to you?
You know what? I like this group from the beginning, and I've always said that I felt like we were, you know, a couple possessions short, a couple details short. And I thought we kind of took a step in the right direction tonight, and that's what you want to see as a coach. You know, there's guys on this team that, you know, if I could have John Williams and Dante Treacy's on my team every year I coach, I'd be a lucky coach, right? And it starts with guys like that. And, you know, you can't say enough about their effort, their fight, their toughness, and the plays that they make and the knowledge and experience they have. So, you know, I'm just really proud. I'm happy for these guys because they've been trying to work harder. They've been trying to, you know, attack some of the weaknesses that we've had. And it's good to see them get a little bit of fruits of some of their labor. Thanks, guys.
Hey, you do know they don't pay you by the hour, right, Coach?
Say what?
You know they don't pay you by the hour, right?
Well, I told them the problem was we suck in single overtime. We're really good in double.